I guess let's start with the first half. You guys, game plan wise, something was working because you had a 10-point lead. Let's start with that. What worked well in the first half?
Well, I think that experience is so important. And those guys in year one came in here and they threw us around. And whether it was Mash, whether it was House, whether it was Javante, KJ, I think they took some pride. They talked about it amongst each other. And we just said, guys, like, I know you're getting sick of me talking about it, but we got to match their level of toughness. And we got to, when you watch us play, there can be no doubt that we're physically there because San Diego State, they just do it. And that's why they've been great for so long. So I thought we really set the tone defensively. Morris was terrific rebounding the basketball. So overall, they were ready to go. And I think they were juiced up for this game.
All right, well, then we start the second half, and it didn't take long for them not only to erase the deficit, they had a 49-48 lead. They only led 2-0 and by 1 point midway through the second half. But what happened, I guess, to start that second half that they got right back into it?
I thought they were pressuring us, and we were not very efficient offensively. We got screwed up on a couple of switches with Javante and Josiah that were pretty clean at the beginning of the game, and we lost that a little bit. Gave them some confidence, but really settled in, obviously built the lead, and were able to finish it out. But, we knew San Diego State would come back. They're a terrific team.
Okay, then the key moments were Nathan Mensah fouls out, picks up foul number 4, and then a technical. What did you see on that technical, and how big was that? Turned into a 5-point possession for you guys.
I didn't see anything on the technical. It was big. I think both Mensah and House, those technicals proved to be bad for both teams. So I think, because it turned into a 3 as well as a 2. So, I think we both got learning experiences in our locker room. Celebrate after the game, and we constantly talk about it. House was terrific, but sometimes, you just got to like stun gun him a little bit and slow him down. But he was so good. And those refs, when you celebrate like that, they're going to get you.
12,000 fans booing Jaelen House, though. How much are you as a coach thinking, okay, I should rein him in right now, but you know what he does?
I said to our staff, it's like he's like a wrestler in WWE, like he's like relishing this. But that fuels him. He's just got to get to that line and stop. But it brings a lot out of him. He doesn't mind doing that. The constant battle with Jaelen is, I want you to be yourself. We've said it before. I'd rather tone down a Bronco than warm up a corpse. But there is that line. He's got to be a little bit smarter, but we don't win the game if he doesn't do what he did.
That Mensah tee seemed to flip a switch for you guys. Because didn't you go on and score? Two in a row there, right?
Yeah, I think I don't know what the exact run was, but that was big. He's a defensive. Right. He's really, really good. Block shots. We felt like if we can get him on the bench, we'd have a chance there for sure.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Early, but what does this do for the conference race for you guys?
Well, I think for us, it's more about the big picture, about kind of where we were when we took over the job. And we have been able to do a lot of things that hadn't been done in a long time here. So we just try to take it one game at a time. We try to appreciate when we do things like this for sure, because it's just going to strengthen our program. So hopefully it gives them great confidence. We've been able to beat St. Mary's on the road. We've been able to beat, obviously, San Diego State. And then SMU, we've had, 5? 2 neutrals? One neutral. So that's 4. So, which is pretty good this early. So hopefully, again, it's for us as we're building new learning lessons. So hopefully we get some confidence moving forward. Wyoming. Yeah. Yep. Thank you.
Last one for me is just, Mash had it too. This job wasn't just House. It was a couple guys. A lot of guys had it. And Morris rebounding.
I thought Morris
coming out.
Yeah.
Those threes, so.
Morris set the tone with the toughness rebounding the basketball. And I think as we went through the league last year, we saw the Boise's, how physical they were, the San Diego States. We said, okay, through weightlifting, nutrition, and recruiting, we got to get bigger, we got to get stronger. And I think as we continue to recruit and build, we'll get bigger on the perimeter. But Mash and House are so hard to guard, and they're scrappy. So Jaelen, although had, 27, I thought Mash was rock solid, terrific in the first half, and made some huge free throws. He beat himself up after UNLV, and he came back and made some big free throws.
All right, Jaelen. Look, man, you guys have a great first half. They come out to you swinging hard in the second half. How did that technical foul for Nathan Mensah kind of change the tone of that second half?
I say that was a big part because, he's a big body down there. He's affecting shots, and they don't really have a backup that's doing the same things he's doing.
You're a guy who feeds off this, like arenas like this. You were very popular here tonight.
Yep, that's what it got to be like, though. I don't like them; they don't like me.
Why is it like that, man? Like you've had your best games when you have a whole arena of people booing you.
I don't know what it is. I just liked it. I like big time moments.
You guys had the control from early on. What went into that in a hostile arena?
Just staying hungry. We weren't hungry these past few games, and I feel like we came out hungry tonight.
Okay. And San Diego State seemed completely out of its element. What was that? Mostly you guys, the way you played?
We played hard. They played hard as well, but I mean, we just came out on top tonight.
You guys, they led 2-0 and then by 1 at 49-48. And that was it. Compared to last year, you guys lost by 25. I guess I'm kind of curious how much you thought personally about last year and kind of the whole year of building towards this. How much last year's game is still in your mind?
I really wasn't thinking about it until we played them. That was embarrassing last year. So, we wanted to come out and get a win.
What does this mean for you guys now? Like, how do you?
We got to stay hungry. That's really it. Stay hungry, stay humble, stay poised, and try to keep stacking wins.
You guys had to go.
Most definitely. I mean, we knew from the jump that we had to be ready and match their physicality early, just because we know what they did to us last year. They bullied us, pushed us around last year. But we was able to match their physicality throughout a full 40 minutes. So I think that's good. But that was definitely in our minds for sure.
You were steady from start to finish. You end up with yours. You got a point guard teammate that 12,000 fans booing him isn't getting in his head. It's actually fueling him.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever have to try and say, hey, calm down a little bit? Or do you just know that he's actually better when that's going on?
There was a point in the game where we probably did have to calm him down a little bit, but for the most part, man, he feeds off that. He feeds off of, dudes talking to him or the crowd.
He different. What you talking about?
Man, my guy, man. But he feeds off dudes talking to him and the crowd being against him. And, I think we all do for the most part. On, road games, we're really locked in on these road games. So it's just us. We got to be all locked in. So it's good.